Number 1. A recent ghost sighting in the Indian town of Kyle has left construction workers baffled by what they encountered late at night.
ए पुढे जाऊ नका रे
गाडी पाठी घे गाडी पाठी घे जाऊ गाडी पाठी घे
अबे
कुछ रहा है
ए पार्टी के रे पार्टी के
पूरे ये लाइट मार
हम तो नहीं कम
In the video, you can hear the workers discussing the mysterious figure when it suddenly lets out a chilling scream, audible even over the noise of the construction equipment. The uploader insists that this footage was captured by a friend of his sister at 2:30 a.m. While I'm not sure whether to believe it, if I lived in the area, I certainly wouldn't risk wandering around in the early morning hours to find out for myself. Number 2. In 2007, a YouTuber named Ben M uploaded a video created by his friend Levi, who is reciting lines for a play when something strange appears in the window.
I wish you were here.
For a video over 13 years old, the resolution is surprisingly good, so I don't think it's computer-generated effects. However, I suspect it might be staged. The reflection scene isn't likely from someone behind Levi, but rather from someone standing behind the camera. You can see the upper corner of the video get brighter when they turn on the light to create the reflection in the window. While this video is definitely creepy, I have my doubts about its authenticity, despite Ben's claims. Number 3. This is a standout case. Published by ABCD in April 2009, this footage supposedly captures a phantom in Bangalore. The eerie clip shows a semi-transparent woman with long dark hair, dressed in white, emerging from a wall. The apparition glides across the floor, passing right through various objects, including a gate, before vanishing from view. What do you think of this full-bodied spirit? I have to say, it's one of the most realistic-looking ghosts I've ever seen. Number 4. Dominic Marquez from Albuquerque, New Mexico, insists that you'll definitely believe his ghost sighting captured on CCTV is real once you see it.
You moving too fast. Up here. Ghost.
That's real, dog.
In the video, someone is walking down the street when, suddenly, they transform into a floating orb, briefly becoming human again before reverting to their ghostly form. As if that weren't strange enough,
Bro, I'm telling you, there's nobody there.
the neighbor's bright motion detector lights activate when the ghost passes by, yet there's no one there. If it was just a glitch on Dominic's camera, why would the motion lights trigger across the street? It certainly seems like he has a point about this paranormal video being genuine. Number 5. This ghost sighting is sure to send chills down your spine. Published on YouTube by TechWorld TV in August 2014, the video features a haunted Hindu cremation site. A man arrives in India to investigate a local legend. He explains that while walking down a dark road, he spotted an entity at the site. He notes that individuals come here for their last rites, and the only residents are packs of stray dogs. As he navigates around puddles on the wet road to reach the ceremonial area, the dogs start barking wildly in the distance.
in this place.
Then the man exclaims that he just saw an entity floating from the building further back. Upon closer inspection of the video, you can see the white vapor he describes appearing in the darkness beneath the veranda before it floats upward and vanishes. While some viewers suggest that the vapor moves in sync with the camera, Reddit user Ricky Jarin points out, "I would have thought it was a smudge on the lens if the dogs hadn't started barking at the same time. What do you think? Coincidence or a spirit ascending?" Number 6. A YouTuber named Sanj Ki Angel is traveling through the countryside in India when he encounters a phantom figure draped in a white shroud that completely obscures its face. The figure pays him no mind as it crosses the road without a lantern, having just been wandering in total darkness. It moves as if it has a destination, which raises the question of how it can navigate in complete darkness with its face covered. Listen closely to this part and translate it if you speak the language, so we can all understand what they were thinking at that moment. Also, Let us know if they sound genuinely scared or if it seems like they're just acting. Number 7. A street cam video from Papua New Guinea has captured something truly bizarre that I'd love your thoughts on. In the footage, a pale apparition seems to form beneath a street signal, and what happens next leaves government workers speechless. While some may dismiss this ghost sighting as just a trick of the light, take a look at the headlights of an approaching vehicle at the 12-second mark, right when the ghost reportedly rises into the air. What they perceive as a ghost could potentially be an optical illusion caused by light rays bending toward the camera on a rainy day. What do you think? Number 8. Vlad Razov explores an abandoned hospital in what might be their scariest Russian paranormal adventure yet. After 14 minutes, they discover an uncovered underground entrance.
Ну что, там есть что-то? Аккуратно, ты понимаешь, что мы здесь точно не одни в этом доме?
Еще не знать.
His assistant spots a ghost with long black hair covering its face. Standing in the doorway, they make a hasty escape underground without looking back. But I took a second look, and here are my thoughts. I don't believe this video is genuine. The figure resembles a typical Hollywood ghost, perfectly centered in the doorway with its hair obscuring its face. This classic pose is reminiscent of The Ring and seems unlikely to be real. While there are no definitive rules for what constitutes a real ghost sighting, I'm fairly certain this isn't one of them. Number 9. Many have ventured inside, but only a few emerge with their sanity intact. In their latest chilling video, the Twin Paranormal team explores the notorious Sallie House, which they now believe to be the most haunted house they've encountered. During the investigation, Ryan poses questions to the spirits, receiving eerily intelligent responses.
Can you turn it off, please? Thank you. Can you tell me what I should be afraid of? Please just let me know. Guys!
But then tension builds as he descends into the basement to continue his exploration.
Growl. Growl?
Is somebody growling at me?
Yes, it's me.
Yes, it's me. Sally! I asked for Sally! I said, is Sally down here?
That's when things take a turn. As Ryan informs the spirit of his departure, he suddenly hears a floorboard creak beneath him.
You. Guys, somebody's crawling in there. And it sounds big. One more time, I guess.
It's easy to see why the team considers this location one of the most haunted they've ever investigated. The paranormal activity here is relentless, leaving them on edge throughout their experience. Number 10. This poltergeist will leave you speechless. TikToker at Mr. List Paranormal shares footage of an enraged entity. Lurking in the stairwell of an abandoned building, the paranormal investigator isn't backing down. Although I couldn't find his identity, his response is anything but timid. He shouts back at the entity before heading downstairs, but the malevolent spirit isn't done with him yet. Moments later, he catches sight of a figure standing in the adjacent room. When it vanishes, he quickly races upstairs, only to inexplicably return to the scene of the encounter. as the figure reappears, this time much closer. The investigator bolts out of there. At this point, I think it's safe to say his investigation is over. In my opinion, this place is haunted beyond a shadow of a doubt. Number 11. Just looking at it, this place definitely seems haunted. TikToker at Briscoe Park stumbled upon this eerie house in the middle of nowhere. While his exploration appears mostly uneventful, viewers are catching some unsettling sights. For instance, when he enters, a pair of glowing eyes can be seen watching him from the window. Did you catch that? Later, he discovers what looks like a noose. Which makes the whole exploration even creepier, especially since the rope seems to be moving. The TikToker mentions feeling watched throughout the night. And I can sense that too, even from a distance. Number 12. While working front desk security at a hospital, Redditor U/Under an Empty Sky witnessed something that chilled them to the bone. Why? Because there hadn't been anyone in or out all night. And suddenly, a bathroom light turned on. Others chimed in, mentioning they heard a noise as well. Listen closely. The Redditor explains that it's a motion sensor light, which really spooked them, especially since they were listening to a creepy podcast at the time. Many commenters who work in hospitals agree they're some of the most haunted places around. I have to say, if any location is going to be haunted, it's definitely hospitals. I'd be jumping out of my skin too if I were in the security guard's shoes. Number 13. While using Randonautica, the YouTube team, exploring with fighters, feels as if they're being stalked. Their unease deepens as they arrive at an abandoned house with a hauntingly familiar, decrepit facade.
Wow, it almost looks like the house off the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah. That's weird.
Once inside, they're impressed by the grand entrance.
Wow, that grand entrance is amazing. I know. I know. No, look at that. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen an amazing chandelier like that.
But then receive a chilling message.
In capitals.
3 identical items scattered throughout the mansion. Each will blow your mind.
This is not supposed to be.
I don't like this.
What are the 3 mystery objects? Dan discovers one of them upstairs.
What the Could this... Nah, no way. Could that actually be it?
But it's what's lurking behind him that's really unsettling viewers.
Could that actually be it?
Watch closely. Do you see it? A masked figure stands behind Dan, and he seems completely unaware of its presence.
Could that actually be it?
Is this their stalker? I believe so. The presence of this masked man raises serious questions about sinister intentions and hidden motives. Number 14. This doll is guaranteed to give you insomnia. TikToker @Watchmen. 1914 shares footage of what looks like a possessed doll in action. First, its head turns, and then it drops something on a sleeping man. When that doesn't get his attention, it drops something else. Finally, it succeeds in waking him up. But what happens next? I can only imagine, and it definitely can't be good. Number 15. A baby is playing in her walker when a possessed toy suddenly comes to life nearby. TikToker @TheVoid402 shares this unsettling footage. As the toy inches closer to the child, some viewers speculate that it might be pulled by a string. But others point out something even creepier. They claim there's something moving in the window. Keep an eye on the upper right corner near the door. Something is definitely there. This makes me wonder if someone is hiding behind that door. Their movements reflected in the window. I suspect either a string or remote control is at play. Or maybe there's a demon casting spells just outside.